Good, how are you? Whoa! Alright, I'm taking to the sidewalk today. Alright. Why? Because there is no way to get to this thing, this little path, unless you get on the sidewalk first. Or if you go down that way a little further and then come back on the sidewalk. Whatever. They didn't really think that through very well when they put it in. But that's just fine. Alright, it was nice and calm just through that little parking lot there because the wind is blowing in that direction. There's really not much wind right now, so no biggie. It's been a little while since I've ridden. And that is because I've been carting kids to school in the mornings and then picking them up in the afternoon. So, man, those kids are noisy. So it has been kind of annoying. Oh, the truck is gone. I wonder if the police found it. There was a truck here earlier that had no wheels. Looked like it had been stolen and then the wheels had been taken away from it. Alright, so what I'm going to do is go over this bridge because I like bridges. And what time is it? I could go for a little bit better ride. Let me stop for a minute. I'm thinking, I'm trying to decide if I should why not? Let's go for Let's go for 30 minutes. We'll go 15 minutes in this direction. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, I went through the bridge twice. Woo-hoo! Okay, what I'm going to do is head over this way, cross this little bit right here, and then head down to Sand Hill through the bridge thingy over Lamb. That's fun. Oh, a Lego wheel. Find some strange things here. All right, so forgive me for not being as fast as I used to be. It just, you get out of shape quickly when you're not riding. I never even really noticed that opened there. There's so many shopping carts down there in the water. It's weird. Okay, so what's going on? The reason I wanted to go this way is because it looks like they're building a new shopping center right over here. It looks pretty nifty. I mean, they're just starting, obviously, but still looks nifty. We've got the road closed down quite a bit, so Look down this way. You can see some construction down that way, like the cones and everything. I'm not a pedestrian, just keep going. And then if you look this way, you can see it's limited to one lane. I'm not a pedestrian. These people like to stop for no reason. Oh, they're putting a bus stop in here too. That wasn't there before. That's new. That's some interesting looking stuff. Good morning. You know what? They're putting in a park. That's what it is. That's why they have the little archways and things. They're going to be some sort of feature, but I've seen them around this city before. Little archways and things. We'll probably see them at the other park. It's awful close. It's pretty neat. This is interesting, this hose that goes all the way here. I wonder what they're doing with that store. They haven't touched it. Let's see if we can keep this speed up for a bit. Oh, you know what? That store is a school. So they have touched it, they just don't have signage on it. I like the ominous looking clouds. It's supposed to rain, but it's mostly going to rain on the west side, not over here. We won't get into the rain. I dig this. I don't know if you can see it, but there's a little saw blade thing, or it's like a lawnmower. Big old tractor lawnmower. It's way cool. Okay, so I find it interesting that they're building a park there, and there's one to my right and one in front of me. Good morning. All right, so it was about, I don't know, I think it was 5 after, maybe 10 after. So I'll ride till 25 after and then I'll come back. No, I'll go to 20 after. It'll give me time to get home too. I like that bridge, but I'm not gonna cross it right now. The jets are flying. There's usually dogs that bark at me here. There they go. Whoa, glass. Glass is not good. It puts holes in your tires. And that is not good. Then you get stuck. You gotta patch it up. Dig the glass out of your tire. So this street right here is one of my favorite streets to drive on, but not to ride on. So what we need to do here is go down this way just a bit. So what happens is to the right, to my left immediately, is a really big lane that separates, but it doesn't separate till after the crosswalk. It splits into two lanes. The trouble is people try to separate long before, so they go riding up the shoulder. Just a lot of aggressive driving on this street, which is one of the reasons why I like driving it, because I can go faster, but I don't like riding on it. I should try this place. I like good Mexican bread. I don't like conchas, but I like the other stuff. There's one they call mantecada, I think is what they call it. It's got butter on it and then sugar on top. Oh, it's so good. That one's my favorite. It's like a little slice of French bread with cream butter on it on top and then sugar, and they kind of bake it for just a little bit so it just melts just enough, and it's good. That's my favorite one. Five more minutes. So probably to the end of this and then we'll go back. Good morning. Woo! That kind of freaked me out. I was getting a message on my phone. Holy lot of spray paint on the walls. Love and hate. All right. Yeah, we'll turn back here. Okay. So this is Lake Mead Boulevard and Pecos Road. It's a pretty busy intersection. And normally what I have to do, I've done this before, I have to get out and take traffic and then cross it, or I can walk, but it takes forever. Okay, we'll turn back. All right. Ooh, Reptile Expo, May 18th and 19th at the Texas Station. Get to see a lot of reptiles. So all this water, I think it is this gray water from North Las Vegas, I believe. It's not rain runoff or anything like that. Goving? I don't know. Love life. Oh, did you see the smiley face? All right, we're heading back. Now, a lot of times, like the homeless people that set up their little tent cities and stuff over here, you see a lot of black trash bags that look like they're totally full of like cans and bottles and stuff. And so what they do is they go around to the trash cans and they pick up like plastic and aluminum recyclables, and they put them in the bags, and then they'll cart them off and take them to the recycling places. And they do that because they'll get a couple of bucks for them. So if they do enough, they can actually get some decent money. I mean, decent for if you don't have a house payment. It's just a little supplemental, because usually they're getting stuff from like food kitchens and things like that, and welfare services and stuff. So you get a little bit of help, but then they can supplement whatever they get from the government and from other assistance with recycled materials. Unfortunately, a lot of times they'll steal stuff too, just so they can do that. So you'll end up with, get into air conditioners and steal the copper out of the light wiring. So today is trash day for much of this part of the city. So you see a lot of that activity happening because they go around and pull the trash bags out, and dig through them. So they'll take the trash bag out and take it with them, and then find a remote place where they can rifle through it and see what's there. Take out all the stuff they can recycle and, hey guys, and that's it. On your left. Good morning. So the wind's blowing against me now, which is fine. I'm just gonna keep going. There's that lawnmower again. Okay. So what have I been doing? Kitties, get away! Some dogs coming up behind me. Okay. Late last year, well, a couple years ago, I started my own business, and it's a video production business, and I also got my drone pilot license so I can legally fly for money. Got a drone and did all that good stuff. So now I do aerial photographs and aerial videos. I don't post any of that stuff on this channel, and I kind of rush through the production on this stuff just because I want to get it out of the way. Not too worried about quality as much as content. I should ask them what they're doing. Anyway, so that's what I've been doing, and that's kind of one of the reasons why you don't see a lot of these anymore. I mean, I get to them, but I've been doing a lot more driving around, which I don't like. But I've been doing it because that's what's getting the job done. As much as I'd like to just ride all day, I can't do that. Starting to rain. What is that? Yeah, we're clear. All right, so I'm going to, let me see here. Guess I can go up this way. Has business been good? It could be better, for sure. But it's been somewhat busy. Haven't been making a profit yet as far as business goes. Still have debts. As long as there's no debt, as long as there's debt, there's really no profit. I've been making a living. So it's been okay. And the debt is mostly to myself. So until I recover that, because what I did was I had enough saved up to do this move, and I did it, and I just have to recover what I lost in that process, or what I paid for in that process. I should have gone down Monroe. Oh well. So I'm in debt to myself. And once that's up, back up to where it should be, not to where it was, but to where it should be, then I will consider that I'm making a profit for anything else. It'll take a while. There's expenses and stuff too, so. All right. Anyway, in other news, late last year, we took a little bit of extra, my wife and I did, and built ourselves a photography studio. One that both of our businesses can run or can participate with, or use, I should say. So she does her photography out of there, and I have yet to shoot anything there, but that's where I do my editing. So I have all my editing gear there, and that's my work. That guy made me smile. He reminded me of an old friend of mine. I think this thing starts to go down. All right, I'm gonna head over to Owens and go up that way. Because there's a bike path on this side, the side of the street up here. So now we've got the added expense of the rental of the studio space, but she is now starting to show a profit. What we're doing is we rent the studio out to others as well, so it's not just us that use it. So we have another person that, a couple of people actually, that rent it from us, and they pay us for that. And then I have my video business pays a bit into the rental price. My wife's photography business pays a bit into the rental price. We split that up. Basically what we split it evenly between us, and then whatever we get from renting it out to others just comes off of that, off of our split. So it gets paid for, and my wife is actually turning a bit of a profit right now, so she's doing okay. She uses that place a lot more than I do. And that's what we're doing. Now, I've been driving around a lot for work, to go on shoots and to take pictures of buildings and whatnot. My wife travels a bit too, not as much as I do. A lot of her work is in the studio, so she gets that luxury. But one of the things that's happening with me is I've got one kid that's going to school at almost just before 6 in the morning, and another girl that's going to school 12 miles away. So I carpool them with their friends in the mornings, and then in the afternoon my oldest walks home with her friends, and the next one gets a ride from the parents of one of the friends that we take in the morning. So we kind of carpool back and forth for that. But my boys go to a different school, and it's about 4 miles away, so they can't really walk there on their own. They're too little. The youngest one's 5. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to turn right here and go down one of these side streets. Just for fun. So my boys go to the same school and their cousin goes as well. So we carpool with her. And usually I take them both ways. So I go take my oldest to school, and then my next oldest. Then I come back to the house, pick up the boys, and take them to school. And it is annoying. I spend from about 5:40 to 8 o'clock on the road. That's about almost 2.5 hours, not quite, but close to it. And then I gotta go pick up the boys after that. And for some weird reason, one of them gets out at like 2:20, and the other one gets out at 3. And they're in the same school, so it makes no sense to me at all. So because of that, I go there at 2:20. Well, I go there at about 2:10. And I sit there and I go pick up my youngest, and then I go sit and wait in the line with all the other cars to pick up the other kids for 40 minutes. Just sitting there. Then once I pick them up, then I gotta go drop off their cousin, and then take them home. I usually don't get home until about 3:20, 3:30. So it's another hour. So I'm on the road just for that over 3 hours a day. Little screw holes right there. So it is annoying, but it's what I gotta do. Next year, fortunately, the boys will be going to the school just down the street. They'll be able to walk to and from school with any friends in the neighborhood. So a lot of the kids go to that same school. There's a kid just down the street that rides his bike to that school, so my boys will be going there. And then my oldest, actually my girls will still be going to the same school, but what that means is I will be able to take them in the morning and then come back and get on my bike and go to school. Go to work, and then come back later on. Not have to worry. That girl in the white is looking down at her phone as that bus is going to stop. Completely oblivious that the bus is hitting its brakes. All right. Well, this is it. I'm almost home, so that's the end of this one today. Keep being awesome. Ride safe. And I'll see you on your left. Once I get back into shape. Check out that old Impala.